You were talking about popcorn movies. Since your single Gekreuzigt in 1998, your singles are regularly in the German charts, like Augen auf or Wach auf, which was used on the original soundtrack from Alien vs Predator. So after 10 albums, 1 DVD and 20 years of duty, what is your look upon your career?
Well, it's about development. As we want to develop as human beings, we try to reflect those developments on our music, you know. As long as there is new dimensions for us to explore, anything goes, you know. It would be boring to repeat yourself, you know. So this is what we always denied. We wanted to always see if there's new dimensions, you know, if there's new doors to open for us musically. Of course, it's not the secure way, you know. The secure way would be to repeat yourself from album to album, because if you know that people like the kind of music that you do, just repeat yourself and they will like it more. But that's about lies, of course, also, because actually everybody develops in a certain direction. So, and if you don't reflect this development, you start to lie. But unfortunately, in many scenes, whether it is hardcore scene, metal scene, gothic scene, electronical scene, there's so many people who want to depart themselves from the so-called mainstream, from the so-called Philistines, by wearing other clothes, hearing different types of music, but they're acting so reactionary, so conservative concerning their own music style, because there's so many people who deny development within bands. And this is really an ancient way of thinking, you know, because anything in the whole universe develops. Anything. So why shouldn't a band develop? Just to show people that there's some kind of doubtful security. I mean, there's no security, you know, and you still stay honest when you develop, when you show other faces from time to time, when you reflect all your different shades of emotions. So many bands who just have one or two emotions, you know, aggression and, I don't know, aggression and anger, for example, and hate. But who is only like that? It must be a really, really one-dimensional, flat and stupid person who's just like that. You know, as we all know, complex persons are much more dimensional. You know, we also are sad from time to time. We also are sad from time to time, and we're also powerless and melancholical, happy and disappointed, whatever. Human beings are more complex in my way of thinking, so if you want to stay honest, you have to show each kind of your personality. If you're not, you start to lie with your music, and then this is what we don't want to, you know. We're here to live from this really cool hobby, you know, and why should we start to lie? I could start to lie if I start to work at a huge bank or whatever. Then I would start to lie, because this is not me. So when I would do the same within my music, it doesn't matter, it's all the same. There's so many people who lie in their normal jobs, and I fucking hate musicians who start to lie within their bands, you know, because it's the same.
Okay. About your writings, love and religion are recurrent themes in your texts. Why is it so important for you?
I think these are the three main foundations of human being, of human life, you know. Where do I come from? Where do I go? And what what do I do in the middle of that time, you know, that period of time. So, but I like more the philosophical approach of it, you know. I'm not anti-faith, because you have to believe in something, at least in yourself. If I would not believe in myself, I could quit being a musician, you know. So, yeah, faith is important, of course, and but we're, of course, very religious, critical persons, and for us, the question is much more important than the answer. And in many, or nearly most of the religions, the question mark is not that much important, you know. They're just trying to tell you that they got the truth, that they got the answers to all the questions, to all the problems. But who will ever know? I don't know. For me, the question mark is much more important. So I would consider myself an agnostic person. I don't know what life wants from me. I just know that I'm here to reproduce myself, you know, as any animals do.
That's a good hobby.
Yeah, that's it. But all the other things that we put into our being, into our lives, are wishful thinking, you know, and yeah, this is where religion starts, you know. If you stop seeing yourself as a part of evolution, you know. For me, human beings, or mankind in itself, it's just one small part of evolution, you know. And no one knows if we remain that important that we think that we are. So, I don't know, dinosaurs used to live for millions, hundreds of millions of years. And human beings are living just for a really small period of time right now. So I don't think that we will be so important for evolution as we think that we are. So yeah, we're just one small part, one small thing within the whole life, within the whole universe. So yeah, that's it. But it's really good approach. It's not frightening for me, you know. I feel myself really comfortable being not that important, you know. Why should I be more important than a snake or a snail or a rabbit? Why? I don't know. There's no reason. It's just human thinking that we think we are the best, we are the most important beings.